Wonderful.
Good morning. Hello, hello. Where's my buttons? Where's my buttons? There we go. Hello, everyone.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Whoever you are, welcome to the show.
Hello, it's me, your navigator, Maxi. What are the vampire clans again? Oh my gosh. Hello, hello. Hi, Ronnie. Hi, Dale. Hi, Dallas. Hi, Chippy. Hello, friendos. How y'all doing today? Monday and Maxi Eminem, dude. You know, I should make that my rapping name. Oh, but then I might get sued by the M&M's company, so maybe I'm gonna write it out. What about I'm gonna make it EMA, Eminem, EMA-NAM. Like my rapping name could be Eminem. There you go. Now I'm not getting sued. It's perfect. Hey everyone, welcome back to Impenetrable Jokes. I'm your host, Kirin. Chippy says, gonna make a Fugi that's just the sexy green M&M. Dude, I actually think Chippy could make that really good. Oh my god. Oh, how's everybody doing? It's Monday! I haven't done a Monday stream in forever. We're in the pre-show, in case you're watching the VOD and you don't know what's going on. Hello there. The stream starts 5 minutes before the actual starting time because I am physically unable to not hit the live button. I had a huge busy weekend, and it feels like the week hasn't stopped. And in fact, we have looped back to the week resetting. But that's fine. I'm enjoying this slideshow. I hope you're enjoying the slideshow as well. It's fun seeing all the art. There's actually one thumbnail keeps going around. Holy... No, Nomia! Nomia! It's like 5 in the morning for you. Go to bed. Go back to bed. Bow. And I guess, you know what? I go until the song ends. It's literally 7 a.m. Nomia's usual 7 a.m. is like... For me, Nomia's 5 a.m. It's all relative, Nomia Victory. Anyways, the stream starts at the count of 3, 2, 1, and boop. Holy crap! I was definitely ready on that. Hello, everybody. It's me, Maxi, your navigator here in cyberspace. Man, the internet sucks. Anyways. Oh my god, Transfem Lesbian Cloud. I love that one. 3, 2, 1, buffering. Thank you. You are all legally allowed to make fun of me. And by you all, I mean my friends and longtime supporters of the stream. There you are. I am. Was the stream dead? Did the stream die for 2 seconds? Stream health. Stream health. The stream is healthy. Well, that's good. Good for them. Dallas says West Coast times are so much more manageable because I am an adult and I want to go to bed at 8 p.m. Honestly, listen. I think the soonest every person just comes to terms with the fact that human beings actually like to get up when the sun comes out and they go to bed when the sun goes down, I feel like perhaps it's better. It's almost as though perhaps our organism, our physical bodies have existed for 200,000 years before the invention of electricity, and we kind of just got used to, you know, wake up when sun is up. I have so much to say about sleep, but first, hello there. My name is Maxi. My pronouns are they, them. Hello. I'm gonna do it, and by it, I do mean work. We're gonna be doing some work today. Early morning Nomia drop. Could you imagine? I do want to address a question that Dallas had earlier. I have it now on the pinned message. I ask people that if you're children are not people. If you're a child watching the stream, stop watching. I used to, like, to me, I'm just moving the barrier back. I feel like the natural evolution of read the rules is now I just say it on the pinned message. If you're a child, stop watching. This stream is not daycare, okay? It's not daycare. Yo, hi Prism. That is true. Prism is also correct. There are some people who have a different sleep cycle altogether. There's a whole thing. I would strongly suggest the book Why We Sleep. That book has it's like 300 pages of sleep studies. It's so good. It's literally like the basis for so much of what we know about sleep. Oh my god. Nomia says, man, I can't wait to see my favorite vampires, Valentina and Dion, in Maxi's cool new game. I was joking yesterday on Nomia's Monster Hunter stream, which I was on, that I'm like, there's a timer on screen until Nomia asks me to put their vampires in my game. And immediately Nomia did what Nomia likes to do, which is they go, hee hee. I mean, yes. And then they immediately ask me to put them in the game. It's good. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. As to what we're doing today, Maxi, why are you Maxi? Why are you hiding the truth from us, Maxi? Brother, look. Here's the empty canvas. Okay, I didn't even name my goddamn Excalibur file. Okay. So please enjoy the slideshow while I get warmed up. It's Monday. Maxi, did you forget the timer, Maxi? No, I would never forget the timer. Just like Nomia Vikshi would never forget to join the quest. I'm gonna make a compilation of all the silly Nomia moments from yesterday's stream. I feel like I have to. I feel like there were at least 5 minutes worth of clips from yesterday's stream. You know? you know, wow, said Nomia. Listen, I don't know if Captain Astronaut watched the whole thing. I gotta make him some clips, you know? I gotta keep him up to date. Anyways, oh my god, such good thumbnails. So, a couple things that, oh, you know what I should do? I should tell you about the stream schedule of the week. The stream schedule of the stream schedule. Of the week's stream schedule. Let me go and grab it. It's over here. I haven't actually done a stream where I wasn't like doing a specific task. I think it should be safe to just take this off and take this off. So fellas, welcome to the world of stream, the world of survival horror. So as you can see, I have become a full adult now, and by which I mean that the schedule now begins on Sunday. Maxi, this is the first stream of the week. Actually, the second stream. We did Monster Hunter yesterday on Sunday. Today on the 15th, we're going to be doing Vampy World Building. We're going to be building some worlds for my currently Untitled Vampire TTRPG. I have affectionately been calling it Vampy. I really shouldn't, because it's also what I called Vampire Survivors before. But Vampy is also kind of funny and whimsical. By the way, the word of the day is whimsical, by the way. GP says, not to be confused with Untitled Goose Game. I will say, I was going to have it on the thumbnail. I was going to have today's thumbnail. It was going to be the drawing of the main character of the first character you unlock in this game. And it was going to say, in the same pixel font that I used for this one, it was going to say Untitled Vampire Survival Game. I figured it was too much text, you know? This thumbnail already has 3 elements. It has, Dracu Maxi Vampire. God, this came out so cute. Maxi Vampire, the Creative Hours logo, and it has the main character. This new squishy Maxi design is one of my favorites. I will say it is. I did base it off of a meme format. So I did not invent the concept of gummies. Yo, it's Alice. Hi, Alice. Never mind. But yeah, why is my legal name on display? You're gonna have to go to your settings on YouTube to fix that. YouTube made a patch where it decided that it was time to dox everyone. Kendra got doxed last time on stream. It is so that when someone joins the chat, you can no longer pretend to be someone you're not. So, you know, this actually prevents a situation we had one time 1,000 years ago, where someone came in pretending to be Dale and nobody noticed because they played Dale way too well. They were chill and they talked about cars. POV, you roleplay so well. And now that can't happen now because I know Dale's username. So, you know. You know, there was a good, like, couple of weeks where every time Dale would chat, I would, like, open up Dale's profile to check it was Dale. Oh, hell yeah, Prism. Yeah, you know, like, we're gonna be doing a lot of playing with themes today. But yeah, Alice, I would strongly suggest going into your YouTube settings and updating your handle. I would strongly suggest you do that. Yeah, Cheapy says we had to check Dale on the regular. It's true. Specifically Dale, nobody else. You know, like, you walk up to the club, and by the club, I do mean the stream. And we would nobody would get patted down except for Dale. It was crazy. It was crazy. Anyways, that's today's stream. You're watching the Disney Channel, actually. So there's no stream tomorrow. Oh, by the way, we're going back to a bunch of streams, by the way. We're going back to lots of streams. On Wednesday, I am forcing Nomi to play Symphony Victory of the Night. It was a victory that I finally get Nomi to play a video game. Symphony of the Night with Nomi Victory, by the way. I have already I'm making assets. Oh, look at this. Isn't this nice? Isn't this nice? Come on. Come on. This came out so good. This came out so cute. Maxi. I want to know how you did this, Maxi. So I found a high definition version of the Castlevania logo. You know what? I'm gonna show you how the sausage gets made. So this is the actual original title. And what I did is that I found a version of it where the gradient was clean on one side. So I cut this side of the gradient and I pasted it over all the way across to clean it up. And then I found a font that was similar. It's not the same font. You're gonna be able to tell immediately that it's not the same font at all, but it looks good enough. And instead of the V, that is a really sharp V, I just kind of drew over the N to make Nomia's N. And I made it a little bigger as well. Same color for the shadow as well. This is my favorite shit, by the way. I love hacking things to make them look like other things. This is also not the same font as the subtitle for Castlevania Symphony of the Night, but it's black letter. It looks close enough. It's the same S and the same W. Maxi, nobody cares and nobody was gonna check your work, Maxi. Yes, but I do. See, you misunderstand me. I didn't go this hard for you. I didn't go this hard to impress you. I did it for me. Literally, I was done with work yesterday. I made the thumbnail and all this stuff, and I could have played video games, but I was like, no, this is fun. I want to make assets for stream. Nomi says everyone cares and everyone was checking your work. Shut up. I literally pointed out on stream that nobody noticed my Kuluyaku Fugi has been wrong for years. Anyways, I also made myself a new Fugi, by the way. If you would like to see familiar Fairy Maxi on Nomia's stream, please consider bookmarking youtube.com/NomiaVixie. And this is me yapping. This is me. I know that I have this 3D body in front of you, but the reality is that this here is what I actually look like. Eating them for my vitamins? Chippy, no! You gotta get that vitamin N for nerd. Strangely enough, I also taste like nerds. Other than that, after the stream, I had time, and I started doodling the thumbnail. I'm a huge nerd. I was having so much fun. But anyways, the schedule for the week. Yo, jelly donuts. Here they come. So yeah, Nomiya, Wednesday, Symphony of the Night. 3 p.m. PST, by the way, that's Nomiya's starting time. On Thursday, we're gonna go back to game design hours. Today is all about world building. We'll get back to mechanics on Thursday. And I do want to say it right now before anything else. Next week is the week of Christmas. And those who remember will know that it is also the week of my anniversary. I am incredibly busy, so I'm gonna do a little small thing for my anniversary. On the schedule, it literally says a brief anniversary / holiday stream, so please look forward to that. I'm gonna start making posts about it so everybody remembers, but it is next week, next Wednesday, Christmas Eve. And if you can't make it, don't worry. One of the segments we're gonna do, we're gonna do the Real Game Awards, where we'll be giving awards to the games that actually deserve it, aka the games that I actually played.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Christmas hats for everybody. Anyways, have I missed anything else? This is the schedule. Nothing on Friday, nothing on Saturday, and I think we're gonna be doing Fiasco, I think, on Nomiya stream next Sunday. But you know, we will get there when we get there. Is there anything else that I have to tell you? I was looking up art to make Nomiya's thumbnail, and I found what Beta Alucard was supposed to look like for Symphony of the Night. Because in Castlevania 3, he had black hair. And they were like, what if he looked like this? And I'm like, this looks pretty good. And then I scroll down and MFer's wearing shorts with bloomers. He's serving. He is serving so much. I love him. And this makes me think that he also has no shirt underneath. It's just like a you know, like a scarf he has around his neck. It's a bare chest right there, you know? Dale says, will Uma Musume be mentioned in the Game Awards? So only one way to find out. It's a cravat. That seems like something Nomiya would have pointed out. That seems like something that someone who spells favor with a U would say. Maxi, why did you say that like it's a slur? I didn't. You're misunderstanding me. You're putting words in my mouth. Why not, instead of putting words in my mouth, you put a delicious vitamin gummy? Do I have anything else to show you? I don't think so. Alright, in that case. Nomi says that's what the gay piece of fabric is called. I don't know what to tell you. That's pretty good. Is that quotable? Potent quotables? Anyways, welcome back to the world of my Obsidian page. Is the music loud, by the way? The music feels a little loud on my end. Fellas, what do y'all think? Is the music loud or is the music perfectly fine? Please do let me know. And before, nah, it's good, says Nomiya. Perfect. All right, it's fine, says Alice. It is like 2 additional decibels up. Yeah, it's like when my noise is now loading. When it's at its quietest, it's -35, and then when it's at its loudest, it's like -32. So. Cheapy says, sorry, I can't judge right now. I'm listening to Naruto openings. Get quoted, brother. That's good enough to show up as a quote. There's one Naruto opening that I really like. You know what? You know what? It feels a little the word I'm looking for is fake, to not add Nomiya's quotes as well. Nomiya Vikshi 2025. It was also a good... I should have actually clarified what fabric it was, but I feel like it's better that way. Okay, let's see. The music is fine. We make do. I have my Alucard button on my stream deck.
I'm interested in this.
Don't worry, Nomia. It will be approximately. We might get there on the first stream. Actually, I don't expect Nomia to die to Gaibon and his gay husband. My husband. Nomia says, is stream buffering or is it just my Australianism? Stream health is okay on my end. Dude, I didn't even check if Killer is on. No, Killer is not on, okay. Seems good, says Chippy, okay. Why did it send twice? It didn't appear. Oh, it did appear twice. Yeah. Wow. The Australianism is strong today. The Australianism is strong with this one. Okay, where am I gonna put chat? Chat gets to live in this corner. The timer gets to live in this corner. All right. If you are new to the way we do things here, I can't help you. You are beyond helping. It's just me. I'm dying. No, me. Do the classic. Do an internet speed check to make sure that your internet isn't just dying. Welcome back to Troubleshooting. I'm your host, I'm Kirin. Have you tried turning it on and then off? Nomia, try kicking the power cord off of your computer. Jesus Christ, Maxi. Let your friend Nomia have one thing, Maxi. Let Noms have one thing. I'm on my phone. Okay, but are you gonna try it or not? There's nothing to kick. You could figure out something. You're a creative person. We have a timer over here on the top left, by the way. We do 25 minutes of focus, 5 minutes of sitting around doing nothing, and we go until approximately 2:30 my time, which is 2 hours and 13 minutes from now, and then we do dailies, also known as games you can only play today. Okay, let me double check my bitrate one more time. For my good friend Nomia Vikshi, everything looks good. I can't help you. Alright, so today, timer goes on so that I stop fudging around. And where's the smaller version of the image? No, that's 1 whole megabyte. Give me the one that's 300. Yeah, there you go. Oh wow, the colors look messed up here. Oh, it's because I'm on dark mode. Flashbang coming in. Do look away from the screen. 3, 2, 1. That's what I thought. Okay. The colors of the image are messed up because it's dark mode. Okay. Boop. Anyways. Welcome to the World of Darkness. Not that one. Welcome to World Building, the World of Darkness. Not that one. By the way, anybody else pissed that the world building is one word? I thought world building was 2 words. But it could be that one. For legal reasons, it is not that one. Welcome to World Build. The World of Darkness, not that one. There's no masquerade with these vampires. No, they're out and proud, okay? The whole concept of the masquerade is that nobody can go outside and be open about being a vampire. Oh, I forgot Yanto's in the room, by the way. Yanto, my son, he's in the room. So let's talk about some overall principles, by the way, that I kind of want to like explore / talk about. So if you need more vampires, there's Valentina's whole family. Della says world building as a single word is a recent 30 years or such development. I believe that makes sense to me. For me it was always world - building. Legally distinct globe of night. There you go. No. Overarching overarching principles. You know, no, yeah. Symphony of the principles of the night. There you go. Maxi, why are you like this? If you're not gonna have fun, what is it for? If you're not gonna have fun, what's the point? If you're not gonna be silly, what's the point? If it doesn't look good, what are we doing here? All right, guys, what should I read next? Says Ronnie. Okay. So the symphony of the principles of the night. The main principles behind. You know what? I'm gonna just write it like I normally would write entries, if y'all don't mind. They made 4 volumes of that. Also, Ronnie, what a. That can't possibly be the title. Nobody would ever name their book "Lesbian Cannibalism Mermaids." No, absolutely no way. Now that I think about it, they only made 4? Really? That monster wants to eat me or something? Well, now I can imagine why something like that would get popular. Wait, hold up. Maxi, instead of a comment, Maxi, instead of saying anything, just press the button.
I'm interested in this.
I have been focusing a little too much on mechanics to the point where I feel like the... You know what, can I like the world of the game, I'm gonna grab this text box, I'm gonna shrink it so I never have to do a single enter ever again. Oh, it's still ongoing. That's dope. To the point where I feel like the world of the game is up in the air, in the air. I could make this game serious, silly. I could make it vampires or Binding of Isaac adjacent. It could be anything, but the setting should be more than skin. It should also guide some of the design principles. And so here we are today. So I'm thinking, by the way, immediately I started stream and I'm like, oh, it's pretty chilly today. Maybe I'll keep my nice thick shirt on. It's a shirt. It's a button up. It's like lined and everything. It's nice. But it's warm now. So off it goes. All right. Ew. I personally, I love recommendations, and I didn't know Ronnie was reading so much stuff. Perhaps Ronnie should let us know on the Discord. But nonetheless, it should also guide some of the same principles. Also, and so here we are today. I can't believe Maxi's streaming fully naked. Yeah, I can't believe it either. Cause it's not true. Anyways, dude, no. Okay, listen. I knew there's been one person in my life. Maxi thinks the Tome's part of my name is fake. No, I think it's just what's in the name. So a Tome by any other name would be just as thick. Yo, it's Lorenzo. Hey, Lorenzo. How you doing? I'm doing all right. Apropos of nothing, by the way, I knew someone who talked at great lengths about how much they enjoyed, like they would get home and just take off all their clothes. And I'm gonna be entirely honest with you, brother. I don't know how that would work. That seems like an awful, like That seems incredibly uncomfortable. I don't know. Also, I'm gonna be honest with you. Only child as vibes, by the way. Only child vibes, by the way. Could you imagine? No, I like wearing I actually very much like wearing clothes. I think it's been a pretty good... I think overall it's been a positive development for humanity to wear clothes, actually. Ronnie says, as an only child, I love wearing clothes. See, there you go. So I've been... So I have a personal tendency. Let's look about the Oxford comma. Nomia says, as an only child, I cannot be named over. Ever? I gotta get new glasses, brother. I read that as over. I can't be named over. I have a tendency to make/design things to be a little too serious. I am taking inspiration from Vampire Survivors, and I would like to make a world that is quirky, whimsical, and light-hearted. I kind of want it to be a little like lighthearted, and I was thinking I'm on my phone, says Nomia, leave me alone. Chippy said, oh my god, I missed Chippy's message. Chippy said, I can't be naked because what if my house bursts into flames and it's cold outside? The stream's been live for 27 minutes and there's already been 2 Chippy quotes. That one is good. That one is good. You know? It reads like a line from a sitcom. Still got it. Oh, you never lost it, brother. And lighthearted. I recently did a bit of research into what this would entail for me. I don't normally make things in this style. I very much enjoy the contrast in the world of Vampire Survivors. Its lore is nonsensical. Nonsensical. Listen, it's fine. I'm on stream. I can't think. Okay, it's fine. Nonsensical. And yet there is dark themes in there. It's fun. I want to make something like it, but in my own way. I did a bit of research. Like, again, you know shit's bad when I'm like, what does it even mean? What is the meaning of whimsy? What is the meaning of whimsy? What is the meaning of whimsy, you know? I'm gonna group you, and then I'm gonna just duplicate you, and here you go. We start moving, by the way. We're schmoving. You know what, actually, Maxi, I have an idea for you, Maxi. What if you just group these guys and just copy them together, Maxi? Incredible plan. Now, Prism says that Whimsy got all whimsied out of social media. I think social media definitely did not help with Whimsy. Hello, I would like to type. That's what. No? Do I have to ungroup you? Man. Nothing wastes time like trying to save time. Am I right? What if I do this? I copy you. There, that's what I wanted to do. On the topic of caprice. I believe I have the definition literally here saved because I found it very interesting. Caprice. Caprice is actually a word that it's brought up a lot in Spanish. Caprice, I have never seen anyone use this word in English, but it comes up in Spanish. So I wanted to kind of start with this, by the way. I'll find a place for it somewhere. I'll find somewhere for it to live, okay? There's a Chevrolet called the Caprice. It's not a bad name. There we go. Alright, so caprice is defined as a sudden impulse and seemingly unmotivated notion or action. A sudden or unusual, unpredictable condition, or just doing things impulsively. No, I thought I was talking about the pants, caprice? No caprices here. And I was researching and I was trying to find like a way to describe the feeling, the feeling that like I've been getting thinking about whimsy, wistfulness. A fun fact. I don't know what that means, Alice. Chippy says, I think in English it comes up as capricious. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Strangely enough, I was looking up the definition. I also found the etymology of it, and again, it's very much debated because you know, where does language come from? But one of the definitions of caprice, from the Italian capra, meaning of course goat. And it was in reference to the way that goats kind of just hop around, and a mix of how they hop around seemingly for no reason, and how in that reasonlessness there are also like a certain element of joy. Like they just do it and they look like they're having fun. It makes me think of the way that like deer just like hop along. It looks like they're having fun, but there's no reason for them to do it. And I feel like, I know, Maxi, this is way too serious for this stream. No, welcome to the starting point. We have to think about it. Maxi, can you please underline the part where you said that you have a tendency to make things overly serious? Shut the fuck up. You will be the first to die. Oh, you thought I was talking about the ensalada, basil, tomato, mozzarella, vinaigrette. Oh, a Capri salad is actually, it's banger, it's banger. Nomi says, whimsy, in my opinion, is silly, cutesy stuff treated seriously and with respect. I'm okay. I think that definition would make sense. To me, I think it's there's an aspect, after much research, I think the word. By the way, Maxi, why are you writing it out like you're explaining it or in in-depth detail? Because when I look back at these notes, I want to know what the hell I was talking about and why. The word I'm looking for is caprice. Capricious. To do things effortlessly for seemingly no reason. In a way that implies joy. Why do we do things, if not just to do them? You know, I keep coming back to the feeling of effortlessness. You know, I keep coming back to a. Oh, that's where capricious comes from. You know it. Now. The meaning of the word capricious kind of inverts the meaning, as instead of it being kind of like an effortless thing you do for joy, it becomes doing a thing selfishly, which is, of course, you know, the beauty of language. You know, a word that means one thing becomes another thing. Capricorn has the same root word as in capra, which is, of course, goat. I keep coming back to the feeling of effortlessness, and I wonder how it could be applied to a setting. How are things? Why the fuck do languages do that? It's because languages are complex. And I can imagine a scenario in which a word that was used to represent something positive eventually gets twisted, much like it happens the other way around. A word that was perhaps once used to demean and insult someone could also get transformed into a word of empowerment by the same group of people. Language is fluid, not set in stone, perpetually changing, always inventing and reinventing itself in ways that are interesting, but always, when they first come out, dreadful. 6-7, etc., 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 etc. I'm moving my hands up and down. I'm moving my hands up and down, by the way. Language is always changing. How would a setting where things feel effortless, how could it be applied to a setting? The feeling of effortlessness. In one aspect, I feel like, why do things happen in a story, right? I feel like sometimes in a story, things happen to make a point, you know? A character is punished because they were selfish. A character does an evil thing because someone did an evil thing to them. In stories, there's an awful lot of in stories, I should write this shit down so that Max from the future knows what the hell I was talking about. In stories, there is a need for causality. A happened, then B. B cannot be without A, and in so, the story exists as links of a chain. Isn't caprese a salad? It is, and it's also delicious. Dallas brought it up earlier. It's very... I will say, dude, a caprese salad kind of kicks ass. I'm not gonna lie to you. People are like, you know, simplicity itself is incredibly beautiful. Just tomato, vinaigrette, leaves of basil. What else could you possibly want? And a Capri Sun. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you know what? A Capri salad, a Capri Sun, and then boot up Dark Souls 1 and fight the Capra demon. There you go. That's now that's a day. I do want to point out, GP is correct, by the way. We're memeing, but they're not written or pronounced the same way. Caprice. There's an emphasis on the first E of caprice versus caprice. Anyways. And in the story exists as links of a chain. How would a story look like? As a writer, I find this hard to get away from. How can a world with vampires and monsters exist without an implication? How can they exist simply and effortlessly? Literally, before the stream began today, I was listening to music. I was just trying to imagine what this would look like. I thought about this stuff before the stream went, you know, this is the shit that I think about, you know? What would this look like, you know? And I kept coming back. This is gonna sound weird. You're just gonna have to hold my hand, okay? I kept coming back to the feeling of effortlessness that appears in music sometimes. There are certain music that give me a sense of floating, a sense of just the music is just going on its own. There are certain songs that put me in that spot, some of them from the Castlevania franchise, namely the Wood Carving Partitia, that comes to mind as a song that just feels like it's floating. That kind of just sense that a thing exists. The sense that a thing exists. And it does so with no requirement. No expectation. It simply is. And see, this feels like Max Poison, because immediately the question is, why are vampires in the setting? They just there is just vampires in the setting. And immediately I feel like a physical reaction, just being like, shouldn't I? Yeah, see, Writer Max is inside of me, wanting to burst out. Shouldn't there be an explanation as to why there are vampires, Maxi? Shouldn't there be an explanation? Is the essence of whimsy the absence of this explanation? Why do people exist? Just cuz, right? Perhaps, much like in a story that takes place in a world outside of the world's history, that history is not required. I feel you, Dallas. As a non-native English speaker, I just assume that, you know, everything I pronounce is wrong, and that's okay. It simply is. It simply is. I'm coming back to what Nomia said earlier. Actually, I actually really like what Nomia said. Nomia said, before they said I was naked. No, where's the line that Nomia said about, for them whimsy, yeah, is cutesy stuff being treated seriously and with respect. I kind of like that. During the stream, Nomia capitalized. Nomia said, you know what? I'm actually gonna put this in emphasis because I really like it. Oh, yeah. Alice says, for me, it's Arceus, not or Arceus, not Arceus. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I can go back and forth. I'm not particular about one way or another, but I absolutely get what you're saying. You know what? Just for Nomia, I'm gonna make it absolutely a disgusting combination of green and blue to emulate Nomia's colors. Can you please go to the front, please? Thing, cutesy, silly stuff treated with whimsy and respect. Whimsy and respect. I think about it. I wonder if it's the essence of taking of just taking it seriously. Could this just be taking it seriously? I mean that's you know, I know that's literally what Nomia said in the question, but can you make me a curve, please? There we go. Also, by the way, I know that we're on break, and I'm gonna get up right now. Boop. There we go. Dallas says, for me, it's Jesusmon. Checkmate, atheist, and/or non-Digimon fans. Dude, you got him. You got him. I wonder, right? It's funny because, like, I wonder if on one hand, by the way, I'm up on my feet, by the way. And if you've been sitting down for a while, I strongly suggest you get up and stretch. Anyways, I'm not your mom. Nomia says, Gummy is, you know, Whimsy is Gummy Maxi doing their taxes. That's fair. You know, like, Maxi, aren't you taking it too serious right now again? Aren't you literally taking it too serious again, Maxi? You know, like, because I can feel myself I can feel writer Maxi inside of me being like, okay, here's the deep dark origin story for the main character, and I'm like, maybe that's not required. I don't know if that's required. I don't know if that's required. And it's interesting because as a fiction writer, first and foremost, there must be a story, and I am entertained. I am amused by the position of making myself go through this thing that is so anti what I normally do. But then again, I don't know. I think Nomi is putting me in a different place. I was like, Whimsy is Gummy Maxi doing their taxes, and I'm thinking about it, you know. And it's like, you know, if writer Maxi created Gummy Maxi, the intellectual property, Gummy Maxi, the Gummy Maxi cinematic universe, I'm like, well, would Gummy Maxi have a gummy job? Would Gummy Maxi drive a gummy car down to the you know, to the gummy office? And I wonder, I'm like, huh, would I then make, you know, in the act of committing to the theme, am I robbing that unique thing from its, you know, from its humanity? Maxi, you're going way too serious on this, Maxi. I don't know. Those are the questions I ask when I'm brainstorming shit, brother. Welcome to Creative Hours, where I take making art seriously. The goal is to take art seriously, to think about what it means. Alice says, the other day I was thinking our part of the world loves one specific song for this time of the year, and my writer brain started thinking. That's right. Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. That's right. There's only one Christmas song. That's not true. No, there's only one Christmas song, and it's the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. Lorenzo, I'm sorry to break your heart, Lorenzo, but it's definitely the first one. It's not even close. The Kaiso hack by a 13-year-old? Brother, that 13-year-old is like one... it's like 2 converted mana. Listen. Oh, what? It's a... You're a 1-1? That don't be impressing me much. Okay. Sip of my coffee. Perhaps I need not find the answer now. We can find it as we start making stuff up. And I wasn't joking when I said this earlier, like, I have the mechanics for this game, and I'm happy with them. There's still a bit of work ahead, but I'm happy with it. The theme of the game could change. I could uproot the entirety of the theme. I really don't want to. I enjoy this exercise. I really do. But I think that the fact that the theme is so it's Lorenzo, get out of here, Lorenzo. What do you think I'm designing here, Lorenzo? I didn't tell you, but I love this character. Thank you. It was my first attempt at drawing them. You're top notch there. Ah! Thank you. I struggle a lot with my art, so I really appreciate the compliments. Lorenzo, I've never made a platformer. You're in the wrong room, brother. Could you imagine if I did the amount of thinking that I've been doing for the last 25 minutes on designing a platformer? What does it mean when the Koopas have feathers, where wings and some don't? What does it mean? Is there a Koopa class system? There probably is. All right, so the timer's back on the screen. We're getting back into it. So let's grab the stuff that I already know and just literally put it on the table. Let's just put it on the table. Okay. Give me a big ol' square, and if you could do me a big favor and actually make the stroke white is fine, and just a light gray is perfectly fine. I can work with this. Now I'm gonna take one of these, send you to the back. I'm gonna grab one of these, and then we're gonna start working with this stuff. Okay. What's inside Maxi's head this time? And this is Vampy or Untitled Vampire Survival game before today. Yes, sometimes Kitty appears on the... If you say Kitty, Kitty will bounce around the screen. So, big inspirations. The big inspirations for this project is, you know, I feel like, you know, as much as I would like to put Vampire Survivors at the #1, it really, let's be entirely honest, it's Castlevania. Castlevania. Vampire Survivors is really just Castlevania again. But also, vampires, as they have appeared in video games, of course, thinking of Legacy of Kain, Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodlines, what else? There's more stuff in there. But atop all of this, there's a lot of love for retro games like the ones I grew up with. Games were different back then. Namely, bad, but in a fun way. So taking some of these inspirations, it's incredibly easy to take aspects from them and just being like, okay, let's just take this as, you know, the format. Let me just work backwards. You know, if I were to take the formats of the games listed above, it would be incredibly easy to build the world for this game, but I feel like that's incredibly fake and cheap and it's not really for me. And I could do that, but even if I did, Vampire Survivors, let's be entirely honest, I love the game. It really doesn't have a story. And it also really doesn't have a world. It is a collection of inside jokes, which is perfectly fine. I also seek to fill this world with inside jokes, but I feel like there has to be a little bit more for the setting, especially because as a role-playing game, I will be asking the player to be a part of it. I will ask them what the story, you know, what characters do, how things resolve. So in that aspect, I kind of, you know, I want to do them a little bit more justice than perhaps just, you know, yes, this character is named after that one time a celebrity said a bad word on TV, you know? It would be like the equivalent is like I have a whole character who's just a reference to the one time Will Smith slapped someone during the Oscars, and I'm like, hilarious, yes, but it's not really, that's not world building. That's just trivia, brother. Even if I did, VS has no... It was Chris Rock. I thought it was Chris Rock. VS had no format, no story, no plot, really. Yo, Chippy made hot cider. Dude, I could go for some hot cider. I should have made more tea! Anyways. Plot, really. Now, Castlevania. Castlevania, on the other hand, has got the format. The series is nothing but format. So I guess if we have to begin somewhere, we must begin with inspiration that I'm taking from Castlevanias. Castlevania has 2 core concepts to it. The two core concepts of Castlevanias. Excuse me. Can I just edit you, please? No. Can I just edit you, please? There you go. From now on, I'll just call it C. Has the following core concepts. It is literally vampire hunters. Can I make this smaller, please? Can you become smaller? There we go. Oh, big diamond, big diamond. Vampire hunters, vampires. It's literally just vampire and his minions. This is essential. This is the essence of Castlevania. Some might argue, Maxi, there's a little bit more to the game series than this. I really think it's just this. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But if I'm looking for inspiration, it definitely leaves me a little bit wanting. Is the Castlevania anime good? I watched a couple episodes and I thought it was good. I'm looking forward to watching more, but I've just been so busy. So immediately with this, I'm like, okay, well then, how you know? I have a couple of ideas for the world of the game as I'm making it. In the world of Vampy, or whatever the hell I'm calling this game. I feel like if I start calling it Vampy, it's gonna just become Vampy, by the way. There are a couple of tenets / requirements for the setting. So let's get those on the table. I like the concept of vampire hunters. I mean, like, you know, going all the way back to, you know, the original Bram Stoker's Dracula, like, you know, it really is like half and half, you know. You know, you have Dracula, you have the Count, and you have, of course, you know, Dr. Van Helsing, Jonathan, Nina, Quincy. There's one I'm forgetting about, I think. You know, so like it really is like, you know, hunting of the vampire. You know, so I like this relationship. I like this relationship for sure, and I would like to maybe play with it a little bit. Can you get on group, please? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Maxi, why? Normally blue is supposed to be the friendlies and reds are supposed to be the baddies. Oh, strange. What a strange. So to me, immediately the easiest way to have this is to just flip it around. But we'll get there first. There's a couple of things I need about this setting. Okay. The one thing I absolutely need is I need the ability to repeat for the world to repeat itself. We need a loop. We need a loop. The game is about doing runs over and over. So I need the world to be in a state where characters are able to be reset. You know, now an example of this loop could be perhaps something like the video game Hades, where the protagonist dies and comes back every single time. So we need a loop. The loop that I have come up with, I will explain shortly, but we'll get there. I guess I can just step on it right now. The concept of the loop, I'm calling it the Eclipse. All vampires have been trapped within this alternate dimension as part of an attempt to something happened. The vampire hunters have put them all in there, and every time the eclipse happens, they get reset. They get sent back to the start of the eclipse. All vamps slash vampire adjacent creatures. Because I am open to having like player characters that are not vampires. I also think it's funny, you know, like, you know, the game looks Vampire Survivors-esque, but you know, you play only as vampires or vampire-like creatures. I think that's funny, especially because Vampire Survivors has no vampires, and that's part of like the inside joke inside of the game that there are no vampires. I appreciate that. I think it's funny. What if John Konami made a new Castlevania entry? Aside from a pachinko one, unlikely. Unlikely. We need a loop. The eclipse, all vampire adjacent creatures are trapped inside of it at the stroke of midnight slash dawn, whatever. At some sort of time. At some time or another. LOL, maybe Lamau. At some time or another, time resets. Time resets. Everyone returns to the center of the mansion, because there's gotta be a mansion. There's gotta be a mansion. I love the idea of a there's a line from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Alucard describes the mansion as being a creature of chaos itself, and I very much love that. What better way for a hunter to trap vampires if not a mansion that is a living being itself? Also to serve as the stages slash places the player can go to, and because it's inherently a creature of chaos that can be whatever, you can have an infinite number of strange, fun, exciting settings for you to explore. There's gonna be a mansion, a creature of chaos that can be anything and anything. Outdoor, indoors, caves, wilderness, contained inside of walls, anything. Fun. Is this whimsy? Is this whimsy? Yes, there's an indoor sea. Why not? What else do I need? There's gotta be a loop. There's gotta be a mansion. We know that. There's the vamps. There's the vampires. There's been a lot of media about vampires, and I would like to maybe play them out a little differently. Heaven knows I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but we'll get there. El Señor Konami? Yeah. Hey Konami, if you're watching, stop. Leave a like, subscribe, and then please turn the stream off. There's the vampires. There's so much, and a part of me is like, you know, as soon as I say, you know, if I say vampires, people in the crowd are gonna say, "Where's the clans? How can I play? How can I play as a freaking La Sombra, Maxi?" And I'm like, "How can I be a Malkavian, Maxi?" And I'm like, "Shut up, shut up." There's vamps, and then there's pyres. There you go. Yeah, that's actually so stupid. Chippy, that's so stupid. Vamps and pyres. That's so dumb. No, don't let me make that. Don't let me write that. Vamps become vampies, and pyres. No, that's dumb. That's dumb. Maxi, that feeling of dumb is the whimsy taking over. I was talking about my whimsy era starting. There's only so much change that I can go through. There's Vam, then the Pier, and then the S. The three factions. That's weird. Prism, I didn't know about that. That's weird. That's strange. There's so much. I feel like either A, I have to not address anything that people know about vampires, or B, I have to address everything. There's no in between. Pyre like a fire pit, I believe. I think Chippy and everyone else is just playing by breaking up the word, because yes, the word pyre is contained within vampire. And pyre as in the bonfire, yes, yeah. Oh, the pyres have fire powers? There you go. I meant by fire. Okay. Thank you. There's so much. God, there's so much I need to like put on here. Am I gonna stop writing it in a way that makes sense to me? We will get there. Okay. Where do I start? Where do I start? A part of me is like, I want to make it so you all understand what's going on, but I also gotta make this document so that I know what the hell's going on. There's so much vampire media. You know what, Maxi? There's so much. Start listing it. Okay. Garlic. Holy water. Transformations. Daylight. Clans slash houses. So, where are all the vampire lords? Drinking of the blood, Maxi. Ghouls and thralls. Maxi, you struggled to remember the word thrall until you thought of the Warcraft 3 slash World of Warcraft character, the main character of World of Warcraft, Thrall, wielder of Doomhammer. Really, Maxi? There's so much. I have read slash watched a lot of vampire analysis in preparation for this. Now, am I gonna read Karl Marx's writings and how his way of describing the rich as vampires? Perhaps I will reread his works. Trying a little too hard there, Lorenzo. Trying a little too hard. What are other things about vampires? Garlic, holy water, transformations, daylight, clans, hot. So, the reason why I'm listing this out is because, at least for me, I don't know about your human mind, but my particular brain has this thing where, like, I think of a concept and I'm like, that's too big, and the way to destroy that feeling is to just break it down. What are all the bad things? What are all the bad things, right? Yo, it's Safifi. Hi, Safifi. Hello.
Welcome back.
How you doing today? Oh, I'm okay with that. Does silver do anything? What about the other monsters? I like the idea of all the monsters being canon, because I like the extension of like how like vampires exist within the same space as other universal monsters. I kind of like that. I don't know if I like there being some sort of like hierarchy, but I think that's kind of funny. And in the Castlevania games, vampires all exist within the same context as like demons and stuff. Vampires exist within the same context as the demons. That was me, by the way. Sorry, I was I was installing a keylogger in your computer. I'm really sorry about that. I just gotta make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. Is there anything else? Have I just broken down all the aspects of a vampire? Are they weak to garlic? Are they weak to holy water? Are they what's the other one? What's the other one? Can they cross water? Maybe link this to holy water. Biting, I mean, like, yeah. Why the fangs? Why the clothes? Why anything? Is there anything else about vampires? Clans, houses, vampire lords, drinking of the blood, ghouls and thralls. Oh, cameras and mirrors. That's a good one. Thank you. I like that. Is there a cure? This actually, see, I like this because we went with your help. Went from what is a man, a pitiful little pile of secrets. What is a vampire? Literally like 10, 15 at most aspects, which we can start tackling. How do you become one? Can vampires make vampires? It would be funny if it was just like if vampire was treated as just its own creature. I don't know. I guess part of the fun is that like a vampire can turn someone else into a vampire, perhaps. How do you kill a vampire? Regeneration? What about half vampires? Oh yeah. I will say, I'm a big fan. I think it's really fun that JoJo Part 1, 2, and in part of it 3, I guess. You know, there's vampires in it, but Araki did not care to make them like be standard vampires at all. They have stupid abilities like shooting blood out of their eyes. That's good, Alice. Thank you. I'll find it in my own time. Thank you. I kind of want to move past. You know, there is the vampire hunters. What do we know? What do we need to know? Now about the vampire hunters. Usually in Castlevanias there is a vampire hunter family, lineage, weapon passed down. What else? See, like, the funny thing is that like there's a bunch of Castlevania games, but there really isn't a lot of info on the Belmont clan. Like I'm literally trying to break down. Okay, so there's a weapon passed down. I'm gonna make that its own little line. I already have an idea for this, but we'll get there. I think the anime actually talked about it, like who decided they got to do this? Do people know about them? Are they more than human or just human? Oh, that is funny. Okay, I hate this, by the way. I hate this. Can vampires come in uninvited, or the other dumb stuff like counting rice? Also, mildly related to this, what about other versions of vampires? Vampires like the hopping one. I don't know how to. It's the Yangshi. I don't know how to spell it. Is it Yangji? Dude, did I nail it? No way. Computer, Google this for me, computer. I nailed it, dude. I love that the picture for the Yangshi, the first result that I got shown is the little Yangshi from goddamn, where's the image? There you go. The first one I saw is this little MFer from Yu-Gi-Oh! I love it. The Ghost Trick! Yeah, the Ghost Trick Yangshi. There you go. I do love Ghost Tricks. I thought it was Kiki? From Genshin? Oh my, guys. Chi-Chi, the pronouns Chi-Chi? Let me tell you, don't say that in Spanish. Don't say the thing I just said in Spanish. It is really funny that like I'm trying to imagine what other things I need to know about the Belmont clan or whatever the vampire hunting family is. A part of me, I will say, and again, you know, I don't want to say is Marx's fault, okay? I don't want to say it's is a Marxist fault that vampires are seen as leeches in society, or as they're also seen as just being rich people always. I think the concept of a vampire who's broke is kind of hilarious, okay? People are like, Maxi, if you could live forever. We're on break, by the way. We were on a break. Wow, Maxi, you really are a 90s kid. Now, my thing is, well, if you could live forever as a vampire, clearly you would just have infinite money, right? Because that's all it takes, right? And like, we're gonna get a little bit serious for like 2 seconds, by the way. I was reading, because like the real answer of like, yeah, if you could live forever, aka you have lived for a long while, clearly you would be rich. It really doesn't work like that. Because it isn't like the longer a person lives, the more money they have. Because clearly, if that were the case, it's the graph is literally age attached to number, and it's a diagonal line, right? And like, yeah, vampires under capitalism, you have to work forever. Okay, so I was reading Anne Rice's breakaway novel, Interview with a Vampire. Where a guy interviews a vampire. Incredible concept, I know, it blew my mind. And like, again, the book isn't bad, I just don't have the time to read that big book right now. I'm jumping through a bunch of little things right now. And I thought it was really funny and telling that is like, you know, the main character, when he's talking about his story, damn, Maxi's out there reading the dark works. Dude, when I research stuff, I go all in. I put my whole ass in there, you know? I don't half-ass anything. I do full-ass. I think I'm gonna just get a physical copy of the book so I can just read it when I'm just like, you know, waiting for the air fryer to finish cooking, you know? I can read a page while I'm waiting for, like, you know, the water to boil. Anyways, at the beginning of the book, the main character is explaining, you know, what he was doing before he became a vampire. Lends you mine, it's in Portuguese. Good luck, dude. Let's go. Chippy says, I never read it, so clearly I don't own an air fryer. Listen, I was thinking of examples of situations where I'm in the kitchen waiting for dinner to be ready. And I'm like, I have like literally enough time to read one page of a book and pretty much nothing else. And I'm not gonna open up my phone and scroll social media. Because I am I am above that. I'm not gonna browse social media. There's better things I could do with my time, like read one page of a fucking book. And the example that came to mind, I just paged to the examples in my head, and it's like, yeah, the air fryer, it's almost done. It's almost done heating up. Anyways, this has been a long preamble to talk about how, at the beginning of the novel, you know, it's like, how did this vampire get to be so rich? You know, well, yeah, back in the day, his family owned slaves. And I'm like, yeah, that's how you amass a bunch of wealth for sure. Yeah. Yeah, your cheat code is to be white in the fucking, you know, be white in the fucking 1700s. Yeah, well, good, yeah. Good life hack. Good life hack, yeah. Anyways, I think the idea of a broke vampire is really fun. You know? I think, you know, whenever I look at this character, I'm like, she's fucking broke, brother. She ain't got no money. And that's why I want to have, last year, and I do want to make it clear, by the way, I don't want to give you the impression that, like, that was glorified. The vampire himself makes a point to say, in that novel, which was published in the fucking 80s, he says, I didn't do any of the hard work. And I didn't earn any of the money. It was all the people that we had slaved. And I'm like, dude, woke based? He was like, no, I was a piece of shit. I benefited from the system of discrimination. And I'm like, dude, based? +2. But Maxi, He drinks blood. Okay, -1. Sheesh. Jesus, fine. Reluctantly types -1 in chat. +1, -1. I got to hang out with one of my queer as hell autistic relatives, much like me, my favorite kind of people. And they have this bit. I forgot they had this bit. I was reminded of this bit where, like, you know, if we're chatting, they would react by essentially again, this is a meme, but they would react by speaking in italics, you know. And you know, I'm hanging out with them, so I started speaking in italics back to them. So we were doing bits, we were just joking and being silly, and then I would just be like, yeah, and it morphs into MatPat. That was a good bit. The whole bit about anamorphing into MatPat was really funny. Maxi, I have no idea what that means. Don't worry about it. You have to feel it. You have to feel it. Okay, it's about being whimsical. Anyways, puts you in a cannon and pulls the trigger. Shoves you in the t-shirt cannon and fires away. Listen, I feel like speaking in italics could really take off. Okay. Closest stream. All right. Chippy says, I think I would feel good to be rolled up like a t-shirt. I think it wouldn't fix me, but it would fix Kitty. How do you speak in italics? Okay, so you know, okay, so I should explain what the hell I meant by that. So in Discord and in other platforms, if you type, you know, if you type asterisk wakes up, it makes the font appear in italics. Although clearly you're using this to indicate, I believe this is blocking. It's basically blocking in fiction, you know. Walks in, pulls out gun. What you say starts playing, you know. This was what the bit was, is that instead of saying the asterisk, you just said the stuff in there, you know, like for instance, you know, alternatively, I forget how to stop it from doing that. It's essentially a roleplay speak. You're correct. You can turn that off, Chippy? No way. You have to. Oh, wow. Dale's got the tech. Yeah, but now we speak in italics, so you know. Who wants to get shoved into the t-shirt cannon next? What did I miss? Just some bullshit. Talking about Anne Rice's interview with the vampire. Vampire hunters, and then there's vampires. So I am envisioning. Clearly, the way to go. Clearly, the way to go is to invert shit, to take what we know and just flip it around. Takes the Italian dictionary away. That's right. You kids had your fun. No more Italian until you finish your lunch. Yo, it's Hans. Hey Hans, how you doing? Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I don't think my vampires are weak to garlic. I feel like that's just... Wait, hold up. Maybe they are, now that I think about it. Yeah. Computer things that I love to search. Is garlic a nightshade? Are garlics part of the nightshade family? Garlic is not a nightshade. There you go. They're not allergic to garlic. They are allergic to onions and leeks. I feel like that would be funny. That would be funny. Doing good, just got back from work, dude. Chippy says they're weak to garlic because garlic bread is so good, but all vampires are sensitive to gluten. I do like that. Which to me is like clearly, you play as a vampire. You are a vampire. Can I make you bigger, please? Can you do like Tom Hanks in one of his first roles and just become big? You're a vampire. Haunted by vampire hunters. Yeah, no, on the run from hunters. Is it? Because there's a lot of like, oh, vampires are so cool, you know. Chippy. Oh, that was a wild ride. Chippy says, I got these garlic bread crisps, and I can't lie, it tastes like the bread dough was moistened with fresh pool water. But I still ate that shit, dude. I am making spaghetti tonight for dinner. Maybe I'll make some garlic bread to go with it. There you go. Maxi, are you gonna put it on the air fryer? No, we have a toaster oven. That's what that's for. Why would you put it in the why would you? I mean, I guess I could put it in the air fryer now that I think about it, I guess. Han says, Maxi, I pulled Among Us EX, tell Kitty. You know, Kitty will be here shortly, so I'll pass it on. Oh my god, Chippy, that's so good. Chippy says, like, so distinctly, like, it tasted so much like pool water that as soon as I said it, my mom was like, that's what the flavor was. Hans can't believe the name of Pokemon that. Oh, I can believe it. Oh, I can believe it. They have a lot of dumb names. You're a vampire on the run from vampires. In Castlevania, you're fighting a big, powerful vampire. The big bad is the most powerful vampire hunter there has ever been. How bad are they, Maxi? They are so bad. They decided that the only way to go to live. No. They love fighting vampires so much, and they realized they could only do it for one lifetime, that they decided to trap all vampires inside of a time loop so they could fight vampires forever. The mental image I have of this boss, and again, you know, this is probably Maxi's previous style of brainstorming. I envision them as a person. They look they look like a person made of light, surrounded by hundreds of weapons, whips and swords and maces. The weapons, no, every single weapon of the vampire hunting family. Interwoven, moving on its own, the sheer embodiment of hunting vampires. The Star of Venus. Ooh. The true morning star. All vampires' death. That's the word that came to mind. Literally, you know, literally they girl bossed way too close to the sun. That's it. You know, they girl bossed too close to the sun. I picture in my mind like hundreds upon hundreds of chain whips, like floating around them, moving around as though a single thing. An interwoven mesh of vampire killing weapons. This is your foe. You've been fighting this asshole for several loops already and have made no progress. The game begins at this point. Little knowledge. No. Made no progress. The game begins with you deciding that perhaps the best course of action is not to defeat this thing, but to escape the mansion. And thus we have the gameplay loop. You attempt to escape. If you are successful, something happens. If you fail, you get sent back to the beginning. And of course, the equivalent, one could say, to the Red Death in Vampire Survivors is instead all vampires' death here. The Star of Venus. The most powerful hunter of all time. One aspect here that is kind of like, I feel like I need to bring this up because I feel like it's did this mansion okay, how did we end up in the mansion though? I legitimately, because I feel like, how is there a mansion though? Like, right? I'm like, did the mansion exist before? Perhaps this is a chance to bring in the whimsical and just be like, I don't have to answer where the mansion came from. The mansion is a living being. Perhaps it existed perhaps the hunter created it. Perhaps it has always existed. Perhaps it belonged to a vampire. Someone else. Regardless of where it came from, how did it come into the... No, how come all the demons in the mansion are okay with doing the hunter's bidding? Because there's, you know, all the enemies you fight are like little demons who live in the mansion. From the cooks to the servants to demons that just are carrying on with their regular life, blissfully unaware that they're stuck in a time loop. Perhaps it is fear. Perhaps they are simply following the their nature. Cooking demons cook and serve food regardless of master. I kind of like that. Why do they do it? They just do, brother. You know, if you are the little guy with the big spoon, you just carry a big spoon. This is who you are. Could this be an overarching theme of the game, Maxi? Why do you do this? This is who you are. Why do you do this? This is who we are. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it. But it's an interesting question to bring up. Put it right there on the board. Okay. Okay. What's next? I've been getting lost in the sauce. It's been fun. Brainstorming, thinking. This answers the question of, like, you know, wait, then who are the bosses then? Who are the bosses? But you know what? This actually makes a really good point that I hadn't thought about, and I'm happy that although actually, I know Hans was not saying this for me, but I like this actually. I like why not being actually like a driving aspect. Yeah, Maxi, why is there a Yang Sheen in your game, Maxi? Why not? Who are the other bosses? I was thinking, Lorenzo, I already had ideas of, like, some of the bosses are vampires, of course, as well as demons and other monsters of the universal variety. As to why they serve, perhaps some of them realize that this was their one way out of the loop. Perhaps giving in was easier / better than fighting forever. I mean, to me it makes sense. Like, you know, when offered with the option of fighting for all eternity, I guess some people might go, yeah, I don't want to do that. Would that perhaps be a chance to be like, the playable characters are all people who would say, no, fuck you, I'll fight forever? I actually do kind of like that. It speaks to me in a certain level. Make me extra large text, please. Tenet. All playable characters are the kind of people who would say to Venus, fuck you, I will fight you forever. I do kind of like that. Perhaps their unique character question is, why fight forever when giving up is so much easier? Wow, commentary in this game. Shit, no, you know, you can't take the game. You can't take the writer out of me. I'm terribly sorry. Can I really not put you in front of everything else? Bring to front, please. Send to front, please. There you go. Can I make you like a give me like a, ugh, that's a horrible color combination. Better. Oh, I do love a big old spray of thoughts like this. The bosses are that. Okay, so I'm thinking, okay. So you have other vampires who have given up. One thing that one little seedling of an idea that's been like sitting in the back of my head. What about the Goisha? The Goisha. One thing I really like about the demons of the Goisha is that they all have always a hierarchy. Demons. Oh, can I please make me center, please, or left align? Forgive me. Demons in the Goisha have hierarchies. That's not how you spell hierarchies. I know. Is that how you spell it? No way. Okay. No. Is that really how you spell hierarchies? I'm googling this because I have no. That is how you spell it. Wow. Sometimes you just nail it, huh? Have hierarchies. Let me just zoom in. There is a tight network of demons answering to other demons. It is very it reminds me of the way lord titles worked during the Middle Ages. Lords, it was earls, dukes, etc. Your title, like it was like if I remember correctly, I gotta look this up. I have it somewhere. This was an idea for a story that I had dealing with, like, you know, kings and knights and all that other shit. But it was like, you know, lords control a very small section of an area, but all the lords answer to oh my god, all the lords answer to the person on the very top, while the people within that this diagram makes no sense, by the way. But I'm leaving it in there now. What I like about this is that, like, when you're reading the demon descriptions, they're like, yeah, this guy is one of the demons who serves under blank, and you're like, okay, and then you check that guy, and that MFer is serving under a different guy. There's this oh, I can't drop pyramids here, oh my god. There's a nemesis system style, just like, you know, everybody works under somebody, and I very much enjoy that. And I think, oh my god, it's my wife! Hi, Kitty! Hello, love. How you doing today? I love the idea that you know, when you fight the bosses or whatever, you know, like, they get introduced as, like, you know, the duke or whatever. Like, they're introduced by their ranking and their relation to, like, the next boss you fight or the boss you fought previously, you know. Like I like the idea of the bestiary showing you relationships between the different little guys you're fighting slash, you know, facing off against. I feel like what this does to me, it gives it that little bit of, like, Dark Souls style, like, connections. No! Are you okay? Kirin says, I almost got hit by a car, and I'll give you 2 fucking guesses as to what kind of car it was, who was driving it. Oh my god. Was it a white man driving a pickup truck? Let me take a fucking guess. Was it a pickup truck? What is a pickup truck and a white man for 600? Is either that or a Tesla? You got it, babe! Yeah, I had a feeling. Kitty and I, we have this ongoing bit about how, all people who drive pickup trucks are assholes. And do not respect the laws of the road. Like, just straight up. I'm sorry to hear that, baby. How's your day been? So let me go grab this little tenet over here. I want all the enemies to have connections to one another. I don't understand the obsession with pickup trucks in the United States. Oh, I will explain it to you. It's because toxic masculinity makes themselves all about being big and strong, and car companies prey on people feeling inadequate. So they keep selling bigger and bigger trucks that are a danger on the road for everyone involved. So at the end of the day, it comes back to fragile masculinity. Yeah, Chippy has a way with words. Chippy says, big truck strong, me onga bunga rock. There you go. Kitty's exhausted. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna start the break, by the way, but first let me just write the thought that I had in my brain. All enemies are part of a hierarchy. They are related to one another by this connection. Example, the Ukobak in its monster description mentions they are the loyal underlings of the name a demon, Maxi, of Beelzebub. This has the okay. I'm actually gonna explain why this fucking rocks, by the way. This is dope because it builds the lore and it draws connections and makes you look forward to meeting new characters. Lore descriptions, lore/item descriptions. I'm also a demon of Beelzebub. Thank you, I appreciate that. I know I've been really serious this stream, but what if it was called Beelzebub? What if Beelzebub was a playable character, by the way? Guys, would you download / pay for a Beelzebub DLC? Yo, hell yeah, Ronnie, that's so exciting! Ronnie says, Yippee, the artist working on my PNG / Fugi has started their work. I'm so excited, dude! Oh my god. Hell yeah. Oh, there you go. Alice says only if Beelzebub has big bazongas, big naturals. Meanwhile, Chippy says Beelzebub and Beelzeballs. Yeah, you can Beelze bees nuts. Is this something?
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Han says transcription said, would you pay for it, a boob DLC? -1. Okay, yeah, no. This is fair. There is no faster way to tell me how much you disapprove of a bit than just typing -1 in the chat. I'm like, okay, alright. Time to walk it back. Isn't that right, Yanto? By the way, Kitty, Yanto's in the room. He's chilling with me. Man. Kirin really has sold out. They're charging people for the boob DLC. The Grass Eater? Yanto Greylord, the Grass Eater, eater of grass. You know what I need to do? I should watch Vtubers Elden Ring lore videos. That might get me in the right mood to write stupid lore. You know? Stupid lore for the stupid monsters I'm gonna create. Oh my god, guys. Yanto, okay. Like, I'll give you the closed caption description, okay? The camera pans over to the other side of the room. Yanto, in a stupor. Yanto, sleepy boy, dreaming happily of eating grass and escaping the house yet again, twitches and turns his body upwards, his belly revealed. And then he falls back asleep. His paws held momentarily up in the air in a folded position, wistfully unaware that he's been described at this very moment. The forbidden belly. GP says, me and my friend have been trying so hard to lore max while we play Eld together. Dude, where are you in Elden Ring? Now, there's one bit of Elden Ring lore that I really, really like, but I don't want to spoil anything. I was thinking, I mean, it doesn't have to be Elden Ring lore. It could just be Dark Souls lore too. Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, my favorite bit of lore is how there is no stake of America outside of Renala's boss room, because why the fuck would she have one of those like outside of her room? Why would she have those in her fucking house when Marika stole her boyfriend? That's so good. It sucks for the player because that means the walk back is super long. But I'm like, oh yeah, why would there be Ronaldo's boss room? Yeah, same difference. Like, yeah, why would there be a stake of America, a religious sign of goddess America, outside of Renala's boss room? Why would there be one? So, also, she kept the dog, by the way. Isn't that crazy? Guy breaks up with you, you keep the dog? And you don't even name the dog? The dog is just the red dog of Radagon? You don't even give him a name? You don't call him, like, you know, Sam? That's so good. Chippy says, I'm obsessed with the loathsome dung eater. Like, why does he bring a chair to every victim he has? Where's he getting these? Why does the blood always appear on the crotch? That's so good. It's so good, man. It's so good. I will say, the opening cinematic for Elden Ring, by the way, I'm also a little Elden Ring pilled because no man wants to play Elden Ring together, so I'm doing research so that I'm ready. Because let me tell you, the last time that I played Elden Ring, I fucking didn't learn jack shit because we just speed ran through the game, so I don't know anything. Maxi, you know that Renala kept the dog. Okay, yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Chippy says, every time we talked about the loathsome dung eater, we were like, this guy's kind of loathsome. I do love in the previous Dark Souls games, the opening cinematic is to show all the badasses you're gonna fight, and in Elden Ring it mentions like two kind of nobodies. You know? The loathsome dung eater and the one guy who's all-knowing. What's his name again? I forget his name. The guy who knows everything, but he doesn't know anything. That's like the funniest part. Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing. He doesn't know jack shit. He sits at his table all day and ignores his adopted daughter. Like, what the fuck? What the heck? This guy doesn't know jack shit. If I walked up to him and I asked him, hey, what temperature should I set the air fryer to so that it cooks the fish correctly? He wouldn't fucking know. He would be like, Sorry, I've activated lore haunts. I'm sorry. Please look forward to me playing a Souls game sometime soon. That is funny. That's a funny little tidbit, yeah. He doesn't know about the Halleck tree because there's no scarabs up there. That's pretty funny. That's actually pretty funny. Brother don't even know. Brother don't even know there's shit up there. He doesn't know about grass because the scarabs don't go anywhere near the grass. Sir Gideon Ofnir. Alright, where are we? Where are we? Oh yeah, Chippy says, I like the little Trump guys that go ee! That was Plague's freaking weapon of choice. Brother loved the trumpet. Especially the one that shoots like 10,000 bubbles. I'm gonna have to do a bunch of research for our Elden Ring run with Nomia, because I want to pick a severely absurd weapon. I could also dual wield the anchors again, but you know, it depends on what Nomia feels like. If Nomia wants to go Dex or wants to go Strength, I'll do whatever the opposite is. Or if Nomia wants to do spells, that would be fun. Spellcaster Nomia, could you imagine? Come on, Nomia couldn't learn a spell. Nomia can't even stay awake during the stream. Got him! Got him! Guys, it's okay. Nomia's asleep right now, okay? I'm not hurting Nomia's feelings because they're not watching the stream. You know, I sure hope Nomia liked and subscribed before they fell asleep. Alright, so Maxi, what have we learned today? Kitty says, I wish I was asleep right now. Maxi, we started really high and mighty. The brainstorming has to start somewhere. I hadn't actually put any of this stuff on paper. Even the idea of like the world building stuff, like the vampire hunter being Morningstar or whatever, like it was in my head. I hadn't written it down. Ronnie says, I thought you were gonna say that Nomia has no feelings. Oh no, Nomia has so many feelings. Nomia has many feelings. Mostly they feel at a loss whenever they play Monster Hunter. It's like they forget every time everything they've ever learned about Monster Hunter. Anyways, where do I go? What do I brainstorm next? Maxi, Maxi, meet me here in this little corner, in this little ugly corner that I'm now going to call. I'm going to call this corner let's review where we are at right now. Chippy says, and they're right to say it, Nomiya has feelings like listen in different tones depending on the severity. It's true. Yeah, and as Han says, it also depends on how many times Nomiya repeats it. Listen, listen. Again, my other favorite Nomiya feeling is normal. Everything's normal. Everything's normal here. Hey, oh shit, shit. Nomiya's here. Everybody scram, scram, scram. Good morning, Nomiya. Hey, how you doing? Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hey, bud.
Quick, talk about K-pop. That will distract. Bringing up K-pop like throwing rice in front of a vampire. Quick, count this. I gotta go. What have we learned today, Maxi? What did I miss as Nomiya? Nothing. The game is about playing as a the game is about inverting the classic Castlevania roles. You play as monsters running away from hunters. Running away from hunters. Trapped in a mansion set up by them. Surrounded by demons who have pledged their support their way instead of the other way around as it normally happens. I'm envisioning perhaps like a conversation, like, you know, a vampire being like, you know, speaking to, I'm picturing like a winged demon being like, you're supposed to be on our side, we're supposed to work together. You know what? You're supposed to be on our side. Winged demon. You guys are cooked. Y'all seeing this thing? Points to all vampires' death. Sheesh. You guys are done for. I know this is like the silliest way to write it out, but this is exactly how I saw it in my brain. Also, Maxi, why do demons sound like that? That's how they sound like. Okay, that's literally that's who they are. Okay, so could I perhaps? What else do I need? The other thing, the other aspect is that. Give me a 1 asterisk here, just for me, so that I can remember to look at this thing. Boom, there we go, perfect. Kitty says, actually, demons sound like hee. Umineko Kako place? Yeah, for sure. Are there demons in Umineko? I didn't know that. All I know is that there's sea cats. Because there's the Nekos who are in the Umi. Kitty's lying to me. There couldn't possibly be demons in Umineko. Just like there are definitely no demons in Higurashi when they cry. The other thing is that the enemies in this game have an interwoven hierarchy. Hierarchy. There you go. Everyone is related to everyone else. Everyone is related to everyone else. That will make the world of this game feel so much larger. Even if we're all trapped inside inside of the loop. There's a line that comes to mind. Why don't you escape? You're trapped too. Who's to say life and death isn't also a loop? I'll just enjoy myself then. I keep picturing the banquet hall that we were designing last time, and like an enemy that's just, you know, a pair of ghosts just engaged in a date or something, and it's like, why don't you try to escape the time loop? And it's just like, you know, how is this different than being caught in the perpetual perpetual cycle of day after day when you're a ghost? Perhaps it's not so different. There is a loud car drives by. Kitty spoiling Maxi? No way. Don't forget the honking. Y'all are being silly. You're all being silly. Oh my god, I'm being put on blast. Kitty says, I was vaguely describing the Umineko chapter I'm in, and Maxi went, Umineko takes place on an island? Question mark, question mark, question mark. I didn't know. I wasn't born on this earth knowing the format of Umineko. I wasn't born on... you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. The sea cats. It could mean anything. You know, I'm gonna say honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is actually the fault of the store page, because I've looked at the store page for Umineko before, and I don't see any islands in there. Don't you show me a photo of the Storm's theme page showing an island. Don't show me the first line of the description saying in a deserted island. Okay, I don't need to know. I don't need to know. Okay. Anybody else staying up umiing their nekos? Yeah, you know, I look at Yanto. This MFer's never gonna go to the sea. He's too sleepy. That's it? On me's your nekos? Now who's spoiling me now, Ronnie? So there's no dessert on the island? Oh, great. Oh, great. I was looking forward to dessert. Yanto would hate the ocean. He would. It's cold and wet. Okay, so interwoven. Reverse it. Reverse the format of Castlevania. 'Cause why not? Intertwined lore. Everyone kinda knows everyone. Is there anything else I need to... Oh yeah! I also... Okay, so... I haven't really thought about like the world before the time loop. Perhaps it doesn't matter. I'm gonna put a little... What about the world before the loop? Does it even matter? Do the characters even remember? That's a little too dark, but we'll see. Maxi, the Steam page does mention the island, specifically calling it an island. It says island twice, in fact. Chippy... That's it. I'm taking your gold star. I might give it to Nomiya. You know what? I said Chippy don't listen. Chippy don't listen. I'm taking Chippy's gold star I was gonna give them for paying attention to this class, and I'm gonna give it to Nomiya instead. -1? Damn. No, don't go to raidmyprofessor.com and give me a -1. See you later, wifey. I love you. Have a lovely rest of your day. Don't get hit by a car. I love you. This is why all pickup truck drivers should die. I'm sorry. Maxi, if you could press a button that kills everybody who drives a pickup truck. Wait, hold up. Why did you already press it?
I'm interested in this.
Well, okay. Quick, Maxi, quickly before we have there's 10 minutes, Maxi. Quick, Maxi. Okay. Maxi, using this incredibly smart way to write stuff out, Maxi. Unbinds your Isaac, dude. Unsurvives your vampires. How do vampires survive all this shit? Okay. Garlic. Lamau, that's dumb. They love garlic bread. They love garlic bread. Maxi, we said earlier that vampires are actually allergic to gluten. So I bet some of them are. Just like some people are allergic to gluten. That's not really unique to vampires. Holy water. Venus fucking poisoned all the water. Isn't that fucked up? I like the idea that like the things vampires are weak to are because the vampire hunters made it so. Transformations. Vampies love to transform. It's one of your 4 stats. 4 stats. Asterisk. I actually don't know how many stats there are. Daylight. Don't fucking ask me about daylight anymore. Cleanser houses. Everybody knows everybody. So yeah. There's clicks. Where are all the vampire lords? In the houses. In the houses, nobody likes them because they are the cops. Drinking of the blood. Yes, they drink the blood. It makes them feel good and remember. Remembers? Remind me to tell you about remind me to tell you about the rum. Maxi, what does that mean? Don't worry about it. Ghouls and thralls, there are none. There are minions. Vampires are good at managing minions, but no have vampires. Vampires, Lamau. Does silver do anything? There are enchanted powerful weapons that happen to be made of silver, but silver itself is not harmful. What about other monsters? They exist. Creatures from lagoons, creatures from electricity. So many cultures, mummified people too, Lamau. Lamo. Jane is there. Oh yeah, Jane is there for sure. Jane also speaks Spanish, it's true. Yeah, actually, this game is gonna establish what Jane speaks Spanish, actually. Vampires exist within the same space as universal monsters. Yeah, this is all true, thank you. And Wallace, yeah, that's the snail, isn't it? Can they cross water? Okay, they can with boats. Boats, as everyone else. But remember, the water is toxic now. Think Venus. Why the fangs? Why not? Cameras and mirrors. This is dumb and was never true. In fact, it is a misunderstanding that vampires can't see their reflection. You know what? I'm just gonna keep going. It's actually more about them being unable to see their past as they keep aging and losing their past memories. Is there a cure? To what? To what? Being hot as hell? Lamau? How do you become one? This is who's Wallace? Let me show you. I'll get you a photo of him. I'll get you a photo of him. Here's Wallace, by the way. There you go. That's Wallace. Oh, okay. So Ronnie says there's an explanation for the reflection on mirrors. Okay, yes. Okay, so back in the day, the way that mirrors created the reflection was by having silver on the other side, and silver was seen as being the most pure metal. And because vampires were beings of evil, pure would nullify them. They could not be seen on that which was pure and noble. At least that's my understanding. You know, so like, it's like yeah. But I'm not really dipping into the whole like, oh, is silver pure? No. I like the idea that people thought that silver weapons hurt vampires, but that's because they empowered silver weapons with magic or whatever. And I'm like, brother, it's the magic that's doing it, not the silver. Maybe they just can't be seen in silver mirrors. No. I think it's better to. I think it's funnier for me, at least, to be like, no, you can't. Okay, you're telling me this MFer, listen, they take a selfie with this expression and go and post something like, I fucking hate my job, or like they have a post with this expression and they're like me when someone asks me if I can smile. Can you become a vampire as well? I kind of like the idea of vampires just being like its own creature, like being like, okay, but perhaps, okay, how about this? What if perhaps, okay, I'm sorry, little Yangshi, you're getting moved, by the way. You're gonna go hop, 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 hop. What if perhaps humans are the base for all monsters, and thus vampire is adjacent in that way? Perhaps we'll get back here. How do you kill a vampire? Violence mostly, also kisses. Regeneration, this is more blood magic than inherent. They are not Wolverine, they just have healing spells. Can vampires come in uninvited? This is nonsense. This is dumb, and you're dumb for bringing it up. And you're a dumb. What about other versions of vampires, like hopping ones? Have you considered that given a large number of people, some are going to be silly and special, and maybe they like to hop here and fro. Also, you missed my other message when I offered an alternative mirror idea. LOL, did you? Oh, for Valentina said Nomi, I kind of like interpreting the mirror thing as normal people can't see them in mirrors, but vampires can see themselves. That's interesting. Nomi says, does it help if I offer my own vampire lore, or is it distracting? It's not distracting. I'm going fast because I have a minute left on the timer. I assure you, it's not you. It's not you. It's me. It's me wanting to go fast. And we're done with the vampire questions. Okay. Vampire hunters. What do we know? Vampire lineage. There is one main family, and everyone fucking hates their guts. All lesser families hate each other and fuck each other up to gain prestige. Families make a game out of making the strongest monster killing weapon. No worries, Nums, you're good. There's blood boiling, eh? Oh, the blood do be boiling. Oh yeah. Oh, you just know that vampire culture has a bunch of little blood-related phrases. Closed captions. You're dying. Oh, brother, no. POV. 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 You just murdered your brother. You killed your biblical brother, but you don't feel so bad about it. Ah, damn, Abel, no, shit, that's bad. Oh, anyways, damn, Cain really did just say, oh no, I killed my brother. Oh, that's so fucked up, isn't it? Dude, Nomia says, maybe I should do a stream where I talk about my vampires for 2 hours. You could and should. Who decided they got to do this? Perhaps one time. Perhaps. You know, do you think that maybe people use their hatred for others to escape fear of things they don't control? Do people know about them? I think this world is full of stuff, but nobody knows what's what and what's when. Are they more than human, or are they just human? Are they vamp girlfriends? Oh, dude, and they were vamp girlfriends. Last questions. Are vampire hunters more than just human, or are they just human? I like the idea that they're just human. They are just human, but that doesn't mean they are weak. Humans can be strong too, you dumbass. You dumbass. I like the idea. I definitely like the idea of, like, they're just humans, which makes them incredibly dangerous. Humans are kind of messed up little guys. Anyways, it's my last break, and then we get to the dailies unless Yanto escapes the house again. I don't think he's gonna escape the house today. He's passed out on the bed. Nomia says about their 2 OCs. Valentina is a medical practitioner and Cecilia is a seamstress. They have been married in spirit for 400 years and legally married since it was legalized in Australia. GP says beaming visions of grass at him. Dude, yeah, we should make speaking in italics a thing. We should make speaking in italics a thing. Puts you in the t-shirt cannon. Rolls you up in the t-shirt cannon. I'm on break. The timer is ticking. Big concepts today. Oh my god. I know what you're thinking, Maxi. This looks like an absolute disaster. No, this is good. This is good. This is what ideas. Is this what ideas look like in your head, Maxi? Yes. Anyways, I'm on break. Nomia says, Maxi, have you considered getting Yanto a little indoor patch of grass so he isn't tempted by the outdoors? I think that this is, I love you, Nomia, this is inherently foolish. We don't know his motives for going outside. We assume it's the grass. But cats are, you know, my cat, much like the main antagonist of Zero Time Dilemma, his motives are very complex. So we don't really know what's going on in his head. You know, this is the cat who saw a mouse and wanted to be friends with him. I don't know what's in his head. It could be anything. It could also be nothing. I look at him and I'm like, he either has 0 thoughts or he has one thought, which is, hey, when's food? When am I getting fed again? Hell yeah, Nomia. Are they all vampires? Is the whole family vampires? I meant to ask. Maxi, can a vampire give birth to a vampire? I don't know. Can the creature of the Black Lagoon fuck? Maxi, how is that related? You can't see me because I don't have hand tracking, but I'm doing the thing where I'm tapping my index finger to my temple. Hell yeah. Chippy says he also has thought of his love for his grandpa and game moms. It's true. Well, not me. He doesn't love me. I'm gonna be entirely honest with you. Yanto is a little bit. He's on thin ice with me. He has been a mean boy to me lately. Now I know what you're thinking, Maxi. He's literally in the room with you right now. He feels. I thought Chippy was gonna. I thought my friends would come in and be like, "No, Yanto loves you too," and Chippy's like, "Okay, you're right. Yanto's only thinking about Kitty. Yanto's not thinking about you, Maxi. You're right. You know, I'll just say it. Okay? I'll just say it. You know, every time he has the chance to steal my chair, he does. Even though it always ends the same way. You know, if I get up for literally 1 second, that is not an invitation for him to sit in my chair. There are times I am not sitting in my chair. Perhaps those would be good times for him to sit in it. You sit on the ground. I am not a floor gay. I sit in a chair, Hans. I sit on a chair. With perfect ergonomics. I don't cross my legs. I don't go crisscross applesauce. I don't noodle my legs around. Like some people looking at chat, you know who you are. You sit on the ground, but the chair is taken. It's gonna be a cold day in hell, Dallas, when I let my cat make me sit on the floor, okay? I love my son. He is a sweet little young man. But there are places he can sit on that are comfy and soft and good. Did you call me Dallas? Did I say Dallas? I meant Hans. Listen, welcome back to Maxi streaming. I am in the constant flurry of saying things right off the top of my head. Sometimes a mistake is gonna get by. I am perfectly okay with it. I am okay with a mistake here and there. The reality is that when you're speaking for 3 hours uninterrupted, you're gonna mess up every once in a while, and I'm okay with it. Numia says there are... Oh, Valentina is from an original vampire family bloodline, so her blood has the power to turn humans into vampires, which is how she keeps Cecilia alive. There are like 3 original vampire families left on Earth in this universe, LOL, and 2 of them are chill and the other one is antagonistic. I bet from their point of view, they're all antagonistic. You really should do a stream. Yeah, I would love to learn the lore of your setting. All right. More work is required, though, for sure. Fellas, I have not asked this entire stream, but if you could please... oh my god. I'm so Nomia coded, I put linked instead of nuggies. The command on Nomia's stream is links. If you enjoy this stream, please consider leaving a like. It actually helps a lot. I really appreciate it. And also, if you would like to support me, if you would like to help me pay the bills and make this stream better, consider supporting me on coffee.com/mkirin. You can give me some money and I'll buy some chicken nuggets for me and my wife and my son. Yancho doesn't get any nuggies, but you know. I don't think he can have nuggets, let's be entirely honest. consider supporting me. You can also buy my games or become a monthly coffee member to get access to posts where I talk about my games and what I'm designing, and it will be available there for playtest first. All right. And with that, they got spices and garlic powder. See, Chippy, I knew Chippy would have the deets. I knew Chippy would know. And with that, fellas, I would like to welcome you to Dailies, the segment of the stream where we play games we can only play today. Welcome to Quordle, where we do 4 Wordles at once, because it's the only way I can feel anything anymore. I open Rogue, Satin, Blimp. With so many words to guess, you gotta get your scouting in as soon as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the keys to the kingdom. Slain? No. Snail! Dude, Wallace? They put Wallace in here? Could it get snail emojis in chat? Dude, Wallace is in here? They got Wallace in here?
Bingo!
Yo. Oh hell yeah, Nomia. Yeah, it's got a little bit of Romeo and Juliet in there. I love that. I love that. Forbidden Love. As for everything else, we have Rot. Yeah, that's rough, Chippy. But you know, I appreciate you passing on this knowledge. I appreciate thank you for your service. Rod makes me think of the loathsome dung eater, and I'm like, why he be eating that dung though, brother? There's a McDonald's on this. There's a McDonald's by the Earth Tree. Don't you want to like freaking? Hey guys, I'm going to the Earth to the Halleck Tree to Burger King. Does anybody need anything? Maxi, why did you put Maxi? Why in this bit, Maxi? Please walk me through it, Maxi. In this bit, you put a Burger King by the Halleck Tree. What does that mean within the lore, Maxi? Can you please walk me through it? In other news, BI. What if it's B? Then what? What is this? What combinations do we have left? There's CH. We could do a CH. CH what? Croth? Yeah, goated. Chippy says shoutouts to Dottie, Chippy's cat who passed away, who spent the first days with us hiding until she stole the entirety of Doug's peanut butter sandwich off the table. Goated. What a hero. What a champ. What an absolute legend. Nomia. Nomia says, Maxi, it's not Romeo and Juliet vibes. It's just that Betty is in her rebellious teen era and she thinks the hot boy from the other enemy family is hot as fuck. Yeah! It's Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Got him. Smoked them, brother. Smoked them. You know, Shakespeare, when he wrote that originally, he was like, that's gonna burn Nomia so bad. 500 years from now, Nomia's gonna be like, ah, shit, you got me. Ah, shit. Yeah, you think Romeo and Juliet really were in love? I think Juliet was like 14. Kitty says they aren't in love and die for each other. They fucking murder people. 6-7. Moral, yeah, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Same difference. People die and people. There's hot people and people die. That's it. Who cares? You called me Kitty. Did I call you Kitty? You know, when you stream for so long, you're gonna make a mistake or two. I'm stupid. Have you considered that I'm small and stupid? Huh? Have you considered that I'm small? I called you Kitty. I call people everything, okay? You know, I'm gonna stop using given names. I feel like it's the only thing. People get thrown up. Okay, I call you something else. The message was meant for you. I certainly wasn't saying this for Kitty. Maxi, when are we gonna get back to the game? Right now. Call me Wallace. No. See, the thing is, it isn't because... I'm not gonna say it because you want to. I'm not gonna say it because Wallace is too long. Give me a name that's short enough to say it in one syllable, and I'll say it. Maxi, then why do you call Dallas Hans Dallas when Dallas is 2 syllables and Hans is 1? People are complex, brothers, and I'm dumb. Nomi says I'm throwing. It was throw. Wow, good call, Noms.
Bingo!
See, I said Noms that one time. Also, I think, personally, I think that I deserve a little bit of recognition because I've spent the entire stream not confusing you and Chippy, huh? Nobody ever appreciates the hard work that I'm doing. Actively making sure that I read your username before calling out your name. Sure, I confused you with Kitty, but I didn't confuse you with Chippy. No one can... No, you can't win with these people. Oh, hey, Nomi, welcome in. You're doing great, sweetie. You might as well have called me a slur, Nomia. You might as well have called me a slur. Everybody knows that when Australians say something like that, they're throwing fists. Yeah, no, I'm sending it. I'm sending it. How do y'all feel about quote 1166, huh? How do you feel about it, huh? All right. So there's an H in there. What? No, cut. Cash? It was just cash the whole time?
Bingo!
Okay, so now we have a B. We have a B. There's a B. A Michael with a B. You should clear that. Yeah, you should definitely... Yeah, you should clear all your cookies as well. Maxi gave Nomi the tramp simulator. Fine. BRB, I'm opening the Steam store page. Okay, alright. Steam store train simulator. Okay, alright, fine. Fine. Okay, alright, fine. Fine. Let me go. Okay, so I add that. Okay, to the card. Okay. Can you just add all of it? Chippy, it's gonna take so long to add to the... Chippy, I meant Nomi, I'm so sorry. God. Browse all. Can you just get a button that just adds all of it? Oh, this is gonna take so long. Okay, well, better just start now. Okay, alright, this is for Nomia, who really loves this. Alright, okay. Subscription? No. I just want to add this. Huh? What about this? The Buchan line from Aberdeen. Okay, add it to the cart. Okay, that's one thing. It costs as much as the base game. That's crazy. Maxi's gonna show their credit card information on stream. I won't. wait. This needs a bunch of... In order to play the CSX Scenario Pack 3, I gotta have $154 worth of DLC. Alright, well, continue. Alright, well. On there we go. The Green River Crimea route. This is only $40. All right, fellas, we are at 4. What about the 40cc Loco? Okay, well, yeah, add all the required DLC. Why not? All right, well. Anyways, back to the plane of the game that we were actually doing. What about Biffy? It is not Biffy. Biddy? Could it be? Could it be Nomiya Bikshi? Fellas, what word is this, by the way? Is it Biddy? Bidgy. We only have an I and a B and a Y. Busy? Busy? This is not a word. It is not a word. Okay, computer, what the hell's a biddy? What the hell's a biddy? A biddy is a hen? Also a young chicken? Doubt. I'm pressing X to doubt. The fuck is a biddy? I guess it's a young chicken / a hen. Anyways, welcome to guessthegame.com, where we guessthegame.com. Is this Blueprints? Is this really not the prince that is blue? It's a bidet, but silly? That would make sense. So this is not Blueprints. This looks like a spooky... I'm in a spooky mansion, and someone just ripped a fat vape. This is either a mirror or a pathway to another room. Why is the floor so different, though? Things are a little blurry in here. Is this Silent Hill? No. This could be the rest... This makes me think that it's... Oh, unless it's really zoomed in. Give me one skip. I was gonna say... Resident Evil remake, but this looks like ass. No shading. 81 score on Metacritic. No shading. There is no shadows. No real. These are like baked in shadows. Is this Shadow of Destiny? Could it be Shadow of Destiny? No. What PS3, Xbox 360, PC? This looks like a puzzle game? What am I seeing? A bunch of little containers for you to drop your balls into? Shadow of the Hedgehog, yeah. Oh, this does not help. Action adventure platform. Is this a Prince of Persia, perhaps? Prince of Persia. I'm gonna go with The Warrior Within. Oh, it's just Prince of Persia. Okay. It's Prince of Persia, the one that's called Prince of Persia, but it isn't the original Prince of Persia. It was Prince of Persia, by the way. Yeah, it's the one they did with like cell shading art style. Yeah, that's another one. Yep. Okay, so volumetric lighting. Oh no, I could still be baked in now that I think. This could just be a texture, actually. Nonetheless, really detailed. Is either current gen or this is a point-and-click adventure game. Baseball ass floor. Oh wait. No. This is not a basketball. I know it looks like a basketball. It's not. It's like a. This is either fantasy or science fiction. Is this like the angle so low to the floor tells me that this is like first person? Okay. This is Midnight Suns. The suns that come out in the midnight. It is Midnight Suns. I saw the render style and then I saw these guys and I'm like, this is Marvel Midnight Suns. This is a deck building adventure game. It's actually pretty fun. I played a little bit of it. You know, I love when they just put Persona systems and everything. I love the idea that I can just spend my night hanging out with Doctor Strange, my favorite character. Welcome back to another Guess the Game. This is Dragon Quest. This is Dragon Quest something. Dragon Quest. Hit me with 8. Quest of the Cursed King or whatever. So good. Journey of the Cursed King. I just knew. GP says that's 8. Yeah, I had a feeling it was 8. The rendering style. That's the little feather for teleport for buying items, by the way. What does embark on a quest mean? NPC ass question. Is there a new quest mode? Embark on a new quest. Oh, this guess the audio, guess the grass, guess the map, guess the police. No, thank you. No, thank you. We have a couple more. This is... That's a train. Is this Far Cry again? Is this Far Cry New Dawn? No. Oh, this is Call of Dudes. Oh, this is Call of Dudes. Grass is Uncharted 2. No. Okay, so this is Call of Duty. This is Call of Duty. Call of Duty. Call of Dirty. Guess the grass for Yanto. Okay, maybe yeah, okay. Give me a second. It's World at War. Okay, yeah. So here's the dealio. Maxi, how did you know that was World at War? Well, first and foremost, that right there. This American soldier is holding the M1 Garand. It was a single action rifle from World War I. Now, a World War II game, forgive me. A World War II game on the PS3, PC, Xbox 360, and Wii, it has to be World at War. Now, what is this? This is also a war game. The point of view tells me that this is... did I say World of War? This is... The POV tells me that this is third person, like bird's eye view kind of game. It could also be Red Dead. The rendering looks pretty good. Is this Red Dead? Ronnie's gonna be, it's absolutely not, Maxi. I have played Red Dead. World of Minecraft? It could be World of Minecraft. Oh, is this that Kingdom Come game? Kingdom what? Kingdom Come Deliverance? No. Yes, let's get going. Action, adventure, stealth. Is this Assassin's Creed? Oh my god. Assassin's Creed, hit me with the one that takes place in Greece. Mirage? I don't think it's Mirage. Assassin's Creed. The one that takes place, is it Odyssey? It's also not. You want that, but I keep ruining things. This looks like a it's Mirage. No, if it was Assassin's Creed, this would be yellow. This reminds me of that Plague's Tale. That Plague's Tale. I mean, there's an adult and a child, and it looks like Middle Ages. I'm gonna say that it's a Plague Tale Requiem.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Plague Tale over a car. Yeah. Actually, if you go, you can actually tell that's the ditch where Plague's car got stuck in. Yeah, that's the ditch right there. Yeah. All right, last one. Okay, the world has an edge. This is Age of Empires 2 HD. This is Age of Empires 4? No? The world has an edge. This is way too high definition. The hut, the trees, what is this? Unless, is this Warcraft 3 Reforged? It is not. It can't be. An RTS? Well, this is like more recent. God, I don't know. You know what? Incorrect, Maxi. This is not an RTS. This is a city management, settlement building RTS. Oh. You're Anno. I'm gonna say that you're Anno. Let's go with Anno 1701.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
I saw these icons, and these goofy ass icons are iconic for the Anno games. Anno. It means year in Italian. It also means anus in Spanish, but you know what you're gonna do. I've seen Anno 1800 is the one that looked really good. Anno, I assume that it's been like 10 years since the last game, and this UI looks silly as heck. This is almost like a mobile 2010 aesthetic. I figure this game is old enough to be like, yeah, we need gears around the button so you know you can click on them. Nomia says, Maxi, why are you so good at this game? It's because I filled my head with trivia instead of actual oh my god, this bar. Your Anno. Me, I can't remember someone's name and I start speaking. Cheap. Anno. そうですね。どこは67ですか？ちょっと。Welcome back to Pokedoku, where we do Sudoku backwards, but it's Pokemon. Evolved by an item fairy, that's Sylveon. Easy. Welcome back, Lorenzo. Maxi, check the I'm stupid. Someone never pet their Sylveon and it shows. You do this every time. I do. Dual type fairy. Have you heard of Gardevoir? Gardevoir, they made it fairy psychic. A paradox fairy. Have you heard of Screamtail? A dark who evolves by an item. Have you heard of this guy? He's called Hunchcrow. Dual type dark. Brother. Have you heard of this guy? I love him. His name is... He is a little goblin. He has eyes like Sable. His name is Sableye. A paradox dark Pokemon. I pass. Is that Pokefusions? No. It's Pokedoku. Scrafty. That's a good too. Electric who evolves by an item. I'm legally required to say Raichu or my wife will kill me. Dual type electric. What about my favorite guy, Dedenne, who's also a fairy type, by the way? And electric paradox. Electric paradox. Electric paradox. Dark paradox. I don't know any of you. You know what? Is there any chance that Iron Thorns is not dark? He's gotta be dark, right? Why is he electric? Sandy Shocks? Sandy Shocks would have also gotten us there. Although, I don't know. I feel like Sandy Shocks would trick me. Oh, so I forgot about Iron Jugulus. There really is only 3 guys? Yeah, but what about Iron Mugulus, huh? What about Iron Mugulus? Welcome to Game Dope, where we guess the game by guessing the game. Here's some cover art. Maxi really beefed this one. Yeah, I really messed up, guys. I got all but 2. It's like, it's the worst it could ever be. By the way, this is NBA Slam, NBA Jam. No, it's NBA Street for the Nintendo GameCube. NBA Street 2. Volume 2, NBA Street Volume 2, released on the GameCube in 2003, the year that the movie Elf came out. Here's some artwork, by the way. This is Just Cause 2. Just Cause 2, by the way. Sorry, I meant Just Cause 3, by the way. God, this is such a bad design. What about a character? Why is everyone talking about Elf this year? I'm so confused. What do you mean it's the year of Elf, Nomia? Who is this character? Is this the front or the back? Because this looks like wings printed on the back of this coat, but is the character's hands behind their back? This is Silent Hill, by the way. This is 100% Silent Hill because there's so much texture. There's so much blood splatter, by the way. He literally knows Santa. Silent Hill. Maria from Silent Hill. It is. Excuse me? Are those little legs? What is this? What is this? Are those the littlest legs? It's not that. Okay, I didn't know Elf. I literally watched that last week. She's a doll? Could this be a Rule of Rose character? Why all the blood splatter? Give me one skip, brother. I'm dying over here. Oh, this definitely helps for sure. Does she not have legs? I'm not like I'm judging or anything, but I just feel like I need more than just, you know, her. Why are her? Wait a minute. Her legs fold the wrong way. Who is this girl? Her legs are folding the wrong way. Is she that horror game character? The one with the face. There's blood. Her legs are on the wrong way. Is she a bird, perhaps? A bird girl? I don't know. She's Bella Goth from The Sims. Dude. Oh, god damn it. Your aura. It's wait, no? Search by the game? Okay, it's F-E-A-R. It's Alma Wade. Wait, hold up. I think underneath the skirt, her legs are folded this way, or somehow. This is when she went missing and came back as a child. Yeah. The way that I recognize her face, and I'm like, oh, it's F-E-A-R. Okay, it's Fear. It's you. I thought she was. Oh no, she's Alma because. I fucking hate. They name her Alma because Alma is Spanish for soul. Is this a PS2 game? It's actually a PC game. Welcome to Guess the Game, where we do it by tags now. Robot, mascot, and a jetpack. This is Astrobot.
Bingo! Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow. What's wrong? Why did they set this game to easy mode today? And welcome back to Guess the Game, where we guess the game by guessing the game. I am going to open with Nier. One day I'll spell it correctly, by the way. Immediately I pass out. Okay, it's not a role-playing game. It's not on the PS3. I don't care. It's after 2010. Who gives a shit? It's not Square Enix or Calvia. Okay. It's not Square Enix. It's not third person. Or it's either third person side view or text. I'm gonna go with. I guess we could do a side scrolling game. Quest 64. Chippy. Unfortunately, it is after 2010. And they haven't made any Holy Magical Kingdom games since, I believe the last one was older than all of you have been alive. Quest. yeah. It's definitely Quest 64 too, by the way. Quest 62 final add Blue Sky Quest 64 official remix. A third person game. I'm pretty sure Burnout Paradise is it's literally that same time, so let's not guess that. Let's guess a game that might actually get a lot of I want to cut it off at I want to cut this off at 2020. So give me Animal Crossing New Horizons. All right, single player, multiplayer, cooperative, split screen. Split screen. Oh, it's on the Switch. On the Switch and split screen, it's not bird eye view. It is after. Oh, it's after 2020. Okay, rip, fellas. No chance. It's a baby game for babies, and it's not simulation. Okay, it's a Switch game. It's not Nintendo. A game on the Switch with split screen. Games don't have split screen. Is it Vampire Survivors? Holy shit. Holy shit. Mr. Gamdo! If you're here, you must reveal yourself. Okay. Alright. It's a Unity game. What if... Dude, for 1 second, I believed. For 1 second, I believed. I was filled with belief. It's not indie. Okay. A split screen game that's not indie. Is it split fiction? I guess it could be split fiction. It is a platformer with split screen. Platformers don't have split screen. Online multiplayer, single player, cooperative, split screen? Huh? If it's a platformer, why would you need split screen? You're already... Yeah. When was the last Rayman game? Oh, Nomiya Victory. You know, Nomiya, they added the N64 Rayman game to the Nintendo Switch Online. Did you already play it? I don't know why I feel like Nomiya would be a Rayman enjoyer. Rayman feels like a Nomiya game, just like Banjo-Kazooie feels like a Plixworth game. Lorenzo says Dashing Desperados is on the Genesis. Yeah, they come out between 2023 and 2024. Well, did it? Okay, all right. Maybe on re-release. Fair point. Okay, it's a science fiction fantasy. Okay, a split screen game on the Switch. Well, I guess also, you know, it could also be on PC. You know what? This is probably some multiplayer slop. Let's try it. No, most multiplayer slop games are actually first person, but this is all third person stuff. Oh, it's a platformer though. We know it's a platformer. Okay. Well, then I should just start guessing big platformers. It's not indie. So what? Sonic Generations 2? I don't know. Sonic Colors? No. Sonic Generations 2? No. Sonic X Shadow Generations. It is in fact Sonic the Hedgehog. No, that's indie. Sonic the Hedgehog is Super Bunny Man? No, yeah, that's indie. A third-person side view game. Correct franchise, wrong saga. It's Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic Frontier? I guess that was 2023, wasn't it? It was 2022. Oh my god. Sonic Mania. Oh, it's Sonic Mania for sure. Nomiya! Nomiya, that was 2017! You're old! Okay. Sonic and the Rise of Lyric. Sonic Mania came out in 2017. Yeah, you're old, brother. You're old. It's over. The Mega Collection. It is not! Dale, you're cooked! That was 2002! You're cooked, brother. Alright, give me I mean, I don't think that any guesses would help here. It's Sonic Colors. That was 2010. I'm cooked, brother. I'm cooked. Okay, Sonic. Wait. Guys, what if it's Sonic All-Star Racing? No, that was before, wasn't it? No, Nomia says, oh, Maxi, guess Shadow Generations. Oh, you mean this one right here? No, it's a platforming, it's not racing. So it's definitely Sonic something. Sonic CD Frontier Sonic Heroes? Sonic R? You guessed that I did. Alright, fellas. We live like heroes, we die like heroes. It was Sonic Superstars. I was never gonna guess that. Yo, is that original comic book Amy? Computer and hands? Computer and hands all the way? Wow, they put comic book Amy in there. That's crazy. That's crazy. She looks so bad. She looks so bad. They just grabbed the bucket tool and just filled Sonic with pink and put some eyelashes. And they put her in a dress, because yeah, if she was walking around like this, people would be like, she's naked. But it's okay for Sonic to walk around with his dong out, huh? Double standards, fellas. Nah, but I'm joking, by the way. She is cute. I like her. I will say, though, we can all admit, her second design is much better. The short hair, it's better. It's better. It's just better. I will say, though, I'm actually not... okay, Chat, I want you to meet me on the other side of the screen, please. Chat, if you could do me a favor and meet me on the other side of the screen, please. Okay, guys. Real talk. I am actually not a Sonic head, okay? Like, I really am not. I don't think I have ever owned a Sonic the Hedgehog game. When I was young, someone had the Sega portable console that required like 69 batteries, and I played a little bit of Sonic the Hedgehog on that, and I'm like, oh, this is nice. Anyways, back to my Nintendo. So I never really played with the Game Gear. Thank you, the Game Gear. No, it was the Game Gear, not the Nomad. Lamau, the Nomad. Yeah, that's right, it was the N-Gage. That's right, the N-Gage. So Nomia says, I've always liked... Maxi, why must you be a piece of shit, Maxi? Let Nomia enjoy the bunny. I actually like the bunny too. Cream. Maxi, did you raw Google the word cream hoping it would just get you the bunny? No, I would never do that. That would be stupid. You would be a huge dumbass to do that. I actually, okay, so real talk, by the way. I don't know who this girl is. I don't know who she is. Her name is Cream, so I've been told. She's a bunny. I want you to understand something, okay? Her ears are backwards. They are, but don't worry about it. This, by the way, this is if somebody turned Kitty into a Sonic the Hedgehog character. Including the ears being backwards, because my wife is also disabled. And I'm like, yeah, this definitely would be a disability for a bunny. This is so kitty core, is like almost kind of disconcerting. This is just kitty. This is just straight up kitty. I almost feel like they were gonna make her pink, but then they realized that would be infringing on my wife's copyright, so they made her orange instead. Why not Vanilla the rabbit? Lorenzo, you get 1 Google, Lorenzo. I swear to God. Lorenzo, if this is... Why is the second result? Is this just like an old... Where is this from? You know, I don't... You know what? I don't want to know. You know what? I don't want to know. I don't need to know. I'm closing all these tabs. I'm closing all these tabs, and I'm never gonna think about this ever again. I don't need to know. Unlike some people, I don't have to open Pandora's box. I'm perfectly fine. I am perfectly fine not knowing. I don't need to know. I'm not gonna get caught like some fucking loser. Orpheus, caught looking back over his shoulder. Loser. Absolute loser. Greek mythology's #1 loser. I'm not gonna look over my shoulder. I don't need to know. I'm gonna make my way out of hell, and everything's gonna be fine. Was it Orpheus or Odysseus, Maxi? I think it was Orpheus who looked back, right? Or maybe Kitty is cream, then Yanto is cheese. Yeah, cheese would have been a great name for Yanto, because that's one of his top 2 favorite foods. Now, I do want to say, the design for Vanilla was very cute. I think it would be fitting, because my wife also loves the flavor vanilla. Nonetheless, I realized that I was dipping myself into a place where I don't know what's going on here. Nomiya says vanilla is cute, but the fans are horny. Yeah, the second image in the result is immediately not safe for work. And I'm like, I don't want to be here. I'm not judging you. You can be horny for whoever you want. Let me get you a clean cut of that. You can be horny for whoever you want. Maxi, could you give me another read of that, but now a little bit more angry? You can be horny for whoever you want, okay? There you go. It's just really like, you know. Excuse me? Nomiya Vikshi in chat says, Maxi, you remind me of Tails. Might as well just called me a slur. I'm rage baiting? I have been enraged. I have been baited. I am biting onto the hook. I saw a worm and I'm biting. I'm holding on to it. I'm not gonna get hooked like all the other idiots. Anyways, fellas, the stream has gone on for 12 more minutes than I intended. I want to remind you, by the way, Tails is just a little fella. I will say, Tails, whose name is miles per hour, miles per ph, whatever his goddamn name is, he seems like a nerd, and I am a nerd, and I am overly excited about the things that I enjoy, and I cannot shut the fuck up. So I guess I'm Tails. Oh no, I'm smart. Oh no, I'm smart and I can fucking fly. Your design would make a good Sonic. Maxi, we should design Sonic Sonas. I wish the internet didn't exist so I could make a Sonic Sona without any fear of implications from stuff around Sonic. You could be a hedgehog with your pointy pigtails. Maybe. You know what? Maybe. Yeah, I haven't made a Doggy Dog World character yet. You know what? I realize I'm starting my whimsical era, so you know what? Maybe we should make Sonic Sonas. There is no implications in just liking Sonic design. Are you sure about that? You made a mouse, Nomiya? Dude, you would be a mouse. Although here I thought, stop being scared of horny furries, Maxi. I'm not scared of them. They can come fight me if they want. I'm not scared of them. But I want to go back to one thing though. Can we circle back to Nomiya saying that I looked like you're shaking in your boots? I'm not shaking in my boots. Nomiya said that I looked like Miles. I'm calling him by his fucking first name. Oh my god. Like Tails. And I thought that was just Nomiya setting me up to be like, yeah, it's because Nomiya is main character energy, so they're like clearly Nomiya Sonic the Hedgehog. And then I would be like, and then I would be voicing the Greek chorus, which is you guys, and I would be like, well, Maxi, are you just saying that because Nomiya thinks they're the main character? And I'm like, no, I'm saying that because Nomiya can be a little dumb sometimes, just like Sonic the Hedgehog. And that's endearing about them. When I'm stupid, everybody goes, Maxi, you messed up, Maxi. Streamer, you messed up, Maxi. It's not endearing about you, Maxi. When Nomiya messes up, everyone goes, oh, that's so cute, you know? It's not endearing for me to be dumb. Nomiya says, I'm one of the Sonic friends who shows up in one game and disappears forever. Maybe. I reread Chippy's comments. Chippy's baiting me too. It's like, the only way for me to be like, clearly, I'm not afraid of furries, is that now I have to become a furry is the only way. And I feel like this is how Chippy wins. Chippy's doing reverse psychology. Chippy is using reverse castle psychology, which is a joke that will make sense to Nomiya in like 4 weeks from now. I can't end the stream like this! Anyways, fellas, thank you for watching the stream. I hope you have a lovely time. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And if you would like to support the stream, please consider, I would really appreciate it, if you could support me through coffee.com/mkirin. There, that's what I thought. Chippy says, everyone get normal about furry so I can post my furry OCs. Hee 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 hee. Perhaps even hoo 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 hoo. You know, Chippy, you can share your furry characters on the secret Discord. I won't judge. It sounded like you're judging. I'm not judging! I'm not judging! I don't judge! Anyways, I love you all. Tomorrow, I'm not doing anything, but the day after that, I am forcing Nomiya Vikshu to play Symphony of the Night, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It's gonna be a fun time. If you tune in, literally at this time on Wednesday, you'll get to see me doing this whole stream. Yapping about Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Fun facts. I know so many fun facts about the game. So much lore, so many enemy lore, item tidbits. It's gonna be a good time. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. I'm out of here. The music is off. I'm turning the lights off. Thank you for coming. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and leave a 5-star review in the comments. Yeah. Have fun. I'm out of here. See you later. Bye-bye. Beep boop.
Okay, that's all the time I've got. I gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.